Satnam Namaste. Blessings to you if you are there on the other side of the bridge listening to this video. I'm going to tell you about the new modality, why the virtual sessions have changed, and I no longer
Satnam Namaste. I hope you are having a great day, and thank you for coming here to Puentes, to Holistic Bridges, to learn more about Holistic Tarot. And I'm going to share with you why I have changed the modality of the virtual sessions for Holistic Tarot, for the readings. They are no longer by WhatsApp, and I will tell you everything so that you know how you can book your session and why it is so important to have everything at hand and to watch it twice or 3 times or 5 times, who knows. Maybe during 2023 I will maybe offer some one-to-one sessions, but they generally they are quite long. They can be quite expensive for many people, and what happens is that I have something here, I don't know what it is. What happens is that there is so much information, and so the transmission can be so heavy that people feel overwhelmed and they don't know what to do with everything, and then they forget everything and they don't have time to write down. So in the past, before maybe it was until September or something like that, I used to send audio messages by WhatsApp and images while I was doing the reading or the session to the person who had booked the session. But because we have different time zones, sometimes if I send the audio messages or the images in one order, then they get all messed up during the exchange of information between the different countries. So it happens that then people have everything, like a mess. It's not in the right order. They don't know what to listen to first. And I have realized that many people have problems with the memory on their devices. They don't have enough memory to store all the audio messages, the images. And so it was quite difficult to keep track of the readings and the sessions. So I started with the readings and sessions in Spanish, and it works perfectly now. So how does it work? You book your session, we exchange some messages. It can be by email or it can be by WhatsApp. I guide you to choose your numbers and to make your questions the right questions for the session, and for the reading to choose the oracles or the decks that you want to work with, depending on the kind or type of session that you chose. And then once I have all the numbers and all your questions, I take my time, I write down everything, and of course I ask for guidance for my spiritual higher self for God, sometimes Mother Mary. It depends on what the person needs. And when the energies are appropriate, and everything is aligned, I do the reading. So I do the reading, and I do like I'm doing here. I talk to you on the video, on the camera, and I show you the images. Of course, I take pictures, I take photographs, and I make some video clips with the images of your reading. And then I explain everything as if you were here just in front of me, sitting on the other side of the table. So I record everything, I put everything together, the video, the images, and some information that you may need to work after the session. And on the description of the video, I include the resources, the links, or everything that I suggest according to what you need. And then I upload, once the video is processed and edited, I upload it to my channel on YouTube, here on this channel. But it's not public, it's not something that everyone can see. You will have a link, and the settings are private, it's hidden. So only if you share it with someone, then some other person can see it. But I only share the link with you. It's your link, your video. It's uploaded on my channel because I have that possibility to upload videos which are hidden or secret, and you can only watch them. And what's the advantage of having your video, your session, your reading uploaded here on my channel on YouTube? The main benefit is that you can watch the video as many times as you need or you want. Generally, I generally suggest that you watch it all at once, all together, and then that you watch it by parts. If you have, for example, different decks or different oracles, you watch one oracle one day and then the other oracle another day, and you have your journal or your notebook and you write down all the messages, the questions, the suggestions, the resources that I may share with you. And you may include some notes or some inspiration that you get during the reading, or sometimes it happens that while you are watching the message or the video, it has happened to many people, you receive a message or you get some insight, or there is a sign, something that happens that is a coincidence with what I'm saying on the video. So you write down, you take notes, then you revisit this video, because you have to work a whole week, 7 days after you have your reading ready. Why 7 days? Because you need to do something with the message. If you listen to it and if you don't do anything, then it's like you did nothing. You didn't get a reading at all, because you need to work with that. So how can I change this? How can I apply all this information on my life? What can I do to improve or to make this happen? So the reading of Holistic Tarot is like having a compass or a map, of uncharted waters, and now that you have the map and the new compass, then you have to organize and make the arrangements for your trip, for your journey, for your soul path, and do something about it and start sailing the ocean with the confidence that God is with you, that the Spirit is with you, that your guides are with you. So that's why it's so important to have the video uploaded on the channel. As I said, no one else can see it. And you don't need to store it on your device, your computer, your mobile. You don't need to worry about the memory at all, because it's there on the channel, and whenever you want, you can come and visit the video again and watch the session. And then what happens when we repeat, or when we book several sessions during a year, which is very, very important, because sometimes, like every 3 months or every 6 months, we need to do a reading. Or sometimes when we have an important change or in our life, or a crisis, or something that is overwhelming, then we have to do another reading. And every time we do a reading, even though the situation may be different, or even though we may be feeling different things, there are certain patterns, certain signs, certain messages or symbols that keep repeating themselves, especially when we do not do our homework. When we do not make changes in our real life, then it happens that if we go back and listen to previous sessions, we say, oh, that's why the message was like that 6 months ago or a year ago. I keep a notebook, it's not this one, but I have another one, with all my readings, my personal readings. And sometimes when something happens, something resonates, like this has something to do with a reading of 3 months ago or 2 years ago, and it happens. Sometimes it's 3 years, and then something happens and you say, oh, this is related to that reading 3 years ago. So I go back, I read the notes again. You can watch the video, read your notes, and because tarot is a language. So how does a language work? Alejandro Jodorowsky, el maestro Alejandro Jodorowsky, he's a master in tarot. He says that tarot is a language. We speak tarot. So each card is like a word. And then when we put different cards in a layout or in a spread, then we make a sentence. But when we connect different readings, then we make a paragraph. And then when we connect readings from different years, then we make chapters and we make a whole book. So nothing is random. Nothing is just by chance. Nothing happens in tarot readings or even in pendulum or the runes. Everything is connected. Everything is part of the sentence or of the whole paragraph or the book or the chapter. For example, I am an interpreter, simultaneous interpreter, a translator, but many times I was hired as an interpreter and they didn't have the resources or the equipment for simultaneous translation. So there was a person, and then it was me, interpreting, and then there was the other person or the audience. So sometimes when people don't have the experience of being translated, of working with an interpreter, they make, they say word by word, like, I'm going to and they wait for the translator. Work on, and then so generally we have to suggest as an interpreter or translator and tell them, no, you need to say the whole idea, a whole sentence, or maybe a couple of sentences, so that I understand your idea, I can interpret it, and then I can say it in another language so the people can understand it. But if you pronounce or you utter 2 words or 3 words, and I don't know what the context is, what the idea is that you are trying to convey, I cannot do a good interpretation. So the same happens here, because I am an interpreter. When I read tarot cards or tarot decks, I am an interpreter. I read the symbols, I read the signs, I read the energy, I read the message, and then I interpret it for you according to your needs, to your energy, to your imprint, to your patterns, to your feelings. So one card, only one card, is just like one word. Then when we have a spread, we have a sentence. And sometimes, for example, if you book an intensive session or a complete session, you can, approach different issues with different decks or oracles. So then we have one spread, another spread, another spread, and then we have different sentences working together. Even though you may approach one deck or one oracle for love, the other oracle for your financial situation, the other oracle for health, all of them will be connected, because everything that happens in our life has to do with the energy that we are moving inside us. It's related to what is living in our shadow, what is going on deep inside us, where we do not realize what is going on. Many people say, okay, I have a tarot reading and that's all. No, because maybe in 6 months, especially if you change something, if you work on yourself, if you do your homework, if you do guided meditations or any suggested therapies or resources that I may share with you, things may change, or sometimes the circumstances outside us change. So the tarot reading will be different in 6 months, but it will be connected with the reading from this month. There will be a thread, like one paragraph is connected to the other paragraph. Even though each paragraph may have a different idea, they are somewhat connected. Otherwise it's a mess and you don't understand anything. So tarot is a language, and that's why it is important. Let's go back to the beginning of this video. That's why it is important to have access to your readings. So you can have like your library of readings and sessions here on my channel with all the links. You can keep them, I keep them, so if you lose the link I can share it with you again, because I have a notebook for all my I don't like to say clients, but the people who come to ask the oracles, the visitors of the oracle, and I keep record of everything, so don't worry about that, because you will have access to that library all your life. And so you can visit the different sessions and readings and say, okay, what's the repeated pattern here? What is something that I don't get? What is that thing that I keep misunderstanding? What is it that I haven't done yet? And that's why nothing is working. Because sometimes we say, okay, I had a tarot reading and everything is the same. What have you done with that, with the message? So, wrapping up. This is the only way, the new way, and the only way to book a reading. We coordinate, we make arrangements by email or WhatsApp, and then when I have everything ready, I record the video, I process the video, and then I upload it on the YouTube channel for you to have access to it. And that's it. You can watch the video wherever you want, whenever you want, in PJs, in the beach, in your living room, in your garden, with headphones, wherever you want, even on the bus if you want, or on the train if you are traveling. So I think it's the best way to work. As I said, I'm not sure, but God is insisting, I might be offering some one-to-one sessions, but very few during 2023. And but they will not be like intensive readings, because otherwise it's like 3 hours and it's very long and it's overwhelming for both of us, and it can be very tiring. But we can do some special sessions, which I am thinking about, to encourage you to awaken your third eye, your intuition, and to connect to your inner wisdom. But I will talk about that next year. Yes, next year, because today is the 1st of December, and we are so close to Christmas, and we are so close to the 21st of December. So it's a very good time of the year to book a reading, to assess your energies, your shadow, your emotions, and if you want to manifest something different, to reach your dreams, to make your dreams come true in 2023, then you have to start working now. We have to start working now. Right now we have to start changing whatever needs to be changed. We have to start decluttering, clearing the way, and doing whatever it is necessary to become what we want to live in the next year. So if you would like to book a session, you can reach me by email or by WhatsApp to make arrangements, or visit my e-shop. The e-shop is in Spanish because it's free. Maybe next year I will have a paid e-shop and I will be able to have it both in English and in Spanish, but it's very easy to use. But if you go to my website, there you have all the information, and I can guide you through the different payments or the different ways to book your session. Get ready, let's work, because December is the month for blessings, for magic, for miracles, and it's the month to become aligned with our soul purpose. May you be free from pain and sorrow. May you be at peace. God bless you, my dear.